It was a quiet, rainy evening. Michael Carter, exhausted from a long day at work, shuffled across his apartment, barely noticing the flickering light above. As he approached the door, something unusual caught his eye. A single envelope slid under the mat. It was clean, white, and had no return address. But the date, it was tomorrow. Michael bent down, picked it up, and held it in his hands, a strange shiver running down his spine. He didn't know who had sent it. He didn't know why. All he knew was that something was about to change. What would you do if you received a letter from the future? Let me know in the comments below. The next morning, Michael noticed another envelope had appeared, slid neatly under his door. His heart raced as he picked it up. The handwriting was identical, yet somehow older, more urgent. He unfolded the note, his hands trembling. It read, "Tomorrow, you will see someone watching. Do not turn around." Michael froze. A shiver ran down his spine. Was this a joke or something far more sinister? Every creak of the old apartment building, every shadow in the dim hallway, now felt like a threat. He clutched the note, the single piece of paper feeling heavy with unspoken danger. Who was sending these? And what did they want? The rain outside seemed to mock his growing fear, each drop a tiny countdown to whatever awaited him. That evening, another letter arrived, slipped silently under the door. Michael unfolded it with shaking hands. The words were written in his own handwriting, yet filled with knowledge no one else could know. "I know what you did today," it read, "and I know the choices you will make tomorrow. Listen carefully. Your life depends on it." A chill ran down his spine. How could anyone know such things? What was sending these messages? The flickering hallway light seemed to mock him as he stared at the note, the ink bleeding slightly from a stray raindrop. Every shadow in his small apartment twisted into a potential threat. Michael's life was perfectly ordinary until the letter started. It began on a dark, rainy evening. A single white envelope slipped silently under his door. Inside, a handwritten note with a mysterious date. He tried to dismiss it. A prank, perhaps, a simple mistake. But the next morning, Michael found yet another letter at his door. Then another and another. Each one seemed to know more than he had ever shared with anyone. His heartbeat quickened as he realized these letters weren't random. Someone or something was watching him, learning him, guiding him. Each message was more urgent than the last, pulling him deeper into a game he didn't understand. He thought it was a mistake at first. Just a stray piece of mail slid under the wrong door. But then another one came, and another. Each envelope was blank, white, and held a single sheet of paper with nothing but a future date. They arrived every day, like clockwork. Michael tried to ignore them, stacking them in a corner, but the pile grew, a constant silent reminder of an approaching unknown. The dates were getting closer. Then, one rainy evening, the final letter arrived. It was different. This one had words, a single terrifying warning. "Whatever happens, do not look at the door." His hands trembled. A cold dread washed over him. Every instinct screamed at him to run, to leave, but the fear was paralyzing. He could only stare at the note, his heart pounding in the suffocating silence of his tiny apartment. Every evening, it was the same. A single white envelope slid silently under his door. At first, Michael thought it was a prank. Then he opened one. The handwriting was his own, the date from a week in the future. Each note was a cryptic warning. Don't answer the phone tomorrow. Leave work early on the 15th. He followed them, and each time, he narrowly avoided some unseen disaster. But tonight's note was different. It sent a chill down his spine. Just 6 words. Whatever happens, don't look at the door. He sat frozen on the couch, the note trembling in his hand. Then, a soft knock echoed through the quiet apartment. Knock, knock. The doorknob began to rattle. A primal urge told him to look, to see what was there. But the warning, his own warning, held him paralyzed. What was on the other side? And what would happen if he looked? Michael couldn't resist anymore. He stepped closer, closer, until his fingers touched the metal handle. The knocking stopped. Silence swallowed the room. With a shaking breath, he opened the door. A violent flash of white light flooded his vision. And then he saw him an older version of himself, broken, desperate. "I'm the one sending the letters," the man whispered. "I came here to stop you from becoming me." Reality twisted around them as the older Michael stepped from the light. "This is your last chance," he said. "If you open the door again, everything ends." The light pulsed, the walls vibrated, and Michael realized the truth. The warnings weren't meant to scare him. They were meant to save him. But now he had to choose which version of himself to believe. What would you do? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more stories like this.